Marvin, you just can't buy a win at the minute.
No, we can't. If we could, then I'd go to the piggy bank and try and get one. Listen, you're on a really difficult run, And today, you put some of the chances away before they end up scoring. Then it's a totally different game, but it just seems at this moment in time, the small things are punishing us. The setup from the throws wrong. The individual knows that they've made a mistake and get punished for it.
When the run, in a run like this, the small things seem to magnify, don't they? Like, so the deflection there for the goal, and things just don't go right, do they?
No, of course, because if at the top of the league, that deflection and either Gordon saves it or the ball goes wide, you get away with the wrong setup from the throw-on. But like you said, when you're down there, these things go against you, and it's football. Listen, we've conceded another goal and we've lost the game 1-0. So, the bare minimum should have been, keeping a clean sheet, I believe, from that game. But listen, it is what it is. We've lost the game, and it hurts. It hurts a lot.
Obviously, when you're in a run like this, everybody's down and everybody's feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you starting to feel pressure, or you
feel pressure after every defeat? I've said this before, whether it's one defeat and we're now at 5 defeats in a row in the league, I feel pressure all the time because I want to win games of football. So that's always the case. And as I said, it probably gets bigger and bigger the more games you do lose, but I hurt after every single game. We could have won 8 games in a row and lose the next one. That hurts me. It hurts me a lot. And it hurts because, when you put everything you've got into things and it's then not executed by the simple thing of the set from a throw-on, it hurts even more. You'd rather be, cut open by a team and them score. But yeah, in answer to your question, it hurts, and I put more pressure on myself than anyone possibly could have because I don't want to let people down. And at this moment in time, the results are doing that.
Obviously, a young team as well, so the pressure mounts on them too. But they're learning from it. Are you learning from it too?
Learning in which way? You don't want to...
Just with management, the way it is. And
listen,
it's
never going to be a bunch of roses, is it? I don't want people to get used to losing. That can't be a thing. You learn to do your job to the best of your ability and do it better. And as you said, it's small things. It's not being in the position you should be. We walked through it yesterday after training. Right at the end of training, we walked through it. It's recorded. It's shown. And still we don't do it. So that's a desire thing, not to get back into your position. It's, if they can do it, then we can do it. Then we can get into our positions. And as you said, on another week, if you're winning games of football, that shot gets deflected or it gets blocked, and the individual gets away with it in a sense of it doesn't cost us a goal today, but it has.
Because it's 5 in the row, everybody's down and everybody's feeling it, but still a long way to go, and still a lot to belief that you can turn this round. Yes,
of course. There is a long way to go. But we have to learn. We have to learn. As I said, I'm the manager, so the brunt of it has to come to me. I pick the players, I put them in the positions that they should be in for the throw-on setup, etc., etc. That has to come on me. And, the only thing is to see players actually hurting, visibly hurting, because I've been, when I've been a player where you lose games of football and some people don't care, and that's probably the only positive out of this. Yes, I said to the players, don't ever get used to losing games of football and feel down and hurt because after defeats come sleepless nights. That's just the way it is in football management, and it's something that I was well aware of coming into it. But it's about hurting, but it's also about putting it right.
It is the end of the first quarter, obviously not the first quarter that you wanted. Is that a case of just hitting the reset button?
Yeah, it's about winning games. So whatever button needs to be hit, it's about winning games of football. That there needs to be a turning point in it. And we've been saying the same thing when it comes to the league since, that first kind of defeat that started us on this run. So is it the reset button? Whatever button needs to be hit. We need to find a way. We need to find a way of getting through and winning a game of football in the league. We come to the Cup next week, and if I'm honest, I wish it was a league game. I wish there was a league game on Tuesday, because that's our bread and butter. And amongst that, you end up losing a couple more players today as well. So it's just doesn't rain, it pours.
You have lost Kyle McClellan today. What's the situation with him?
Yeah, he's got some bruising now to the back of his hamstring. He said he's just landed and, you know, he's kind of felt it on landing. So we've lost Kyle. You know, we've got a couple of other players who probably aren't at 100%, but they're fighting for the cause and have put themselves forward to play. So you have to see how they react. You know, we had another player that put himself forward today. He wasn't trained for 2 weeks to say, you know, listen, I'm here to fight and help. And that's kind of, you know, the mentality you want from individuals, that they're putting their bodies on the line to play. But it's just one of those things that you have to be extremely careful with the injury list, because it's you know, beginning to get out of control, and it makes things even more difficult. So, you know, as I said, we'll assess that next week and see where we're at. But, you know, we can't really afford to lose any more, if I'm honest.
I was going to say to you, is the league, the cup game, a welcome break? But you kind of touched on it and said no.
I don't want to break. I want to win games of football in the league. You know, I've been put in place to achieve something. I don't want to break. If I wanted to break, I wouldn't be doing this job. You know, breaks that can wait till the summer. I want to achieve something here. You know, I put a squad together that are capable of doing that. But at this moment in time, we're not doing it. For whatever reason, people talking about injuries, etc. But for whatever reason it is. So no, I don't want to break from it at all.